Hey, board game fans, this is Matt, back for another hopefully helpful Fallout New Vegas player guide for the newcomers that are playing this game for the first time. Decades, more than a decade after its original release. I just read that there are people who are giving bad advice, telling people that they need to go to the rock quarry and get all the loot that's there. You won't be getting that advice on my video because you have to be an idiot to go to the rock quarry early in the game or otherwise, late in the game. I have no helpful advice about going into the rock quarry, to be honest with you. I've been there, I've done it, I've killed all of the death claws that are there. It's not worth it. There's hardly anything there worth looting. It's incredibly dangerous. My recommendation is doing it solo. Keep your distance. Get very high with a very long weapon, an anti-material rifle or a sniper rifle of jacked up nature, and slowly and grind your way through killing them off, maybe even using some high-powered energy weapons. But yeah, you never should do that early in the game. Anyway, back to what this video is. I was going to show a helpful guide about going north from Good Springs, and I thought better of it. In order to do that, you really need to have some good ranged weapons, or at the very least, a lot of explosives. Well, the best place to get a lot of explosives is to go to the prison. So I have been doing missions for the powder gangers. Up there's the Good Springs Water Tower, just to know where you're at. Over there's the building for Gene's skydiving. And over around that corner... Wait a second. No, over around that corner is where the prison is. I've already done the 2 missions for them. I'm not doing a how to play each mission recording. You're going to find these missions to be as interesting as everybody that plays them or not. There's multiple ways to complete most of them. You can talk your way out of it. You can use your skills to get through them, or you can just go in guns blazing and kill people that they want killed. I'm trying to find areas that I find are helpful for beginners when they arrive to an area. So in this playthrough, because my next mission for the Powder Gangers is to investigate Primm and the NCR presence and find out whether they're going to attack the prison. Shortcut answer is yes, they are. In addition to that, oops, I got to get in here. Oh, I was in the right place. We already have several other things. I fought the law. We're supposed to talk to the locals in Primm and learn. This is what he wants us to do, Eddie, the head of the Powder Gangers. In addition to that, part of our main storyline is to inquire about our delivery assignment with the administration of the Mojave Express, which is also in Primm. And we got some advice from... actually, those are the only 2 things that are mentioned about Primm. I thought there was 3 things, but I guess it is just the 2 of them. And that's fine. Primm is that way. I'm going to start by going to what I recommend people doing before going directly to Primm. You can go directly to Primm and talk with the NCR people there. You can go across and shoot it out with the Powder Gangers outside of the Bison Steve and get into the casino and deal with all that. But before doing that, I recommend kind of scouting the area around Primm first. This is the hillside that goes up over Good Springs. I've already completed the Barton Fink missions. No real reason to revisit that. And it looks like I am overloaded. I did not realize that. It's okay. I've got a lot of stuff that can help us through this part of the game. A little bit of strength from our moonshine should be enough to get me at least to the outskirts. So the first point of interest I'm going to mention here is the radio station, the pirate radio station, Lone Wolf Radio. I recommend coming to this for a couple of reasons. One, there is a Wasteland Survival Guide. If you've ever played Fallout 3, you helped write it. That is a book, not a magazine. Do not use it yet if you plan on taking the perk to give you the ability to make them more powerful. Secondly, the reason why I come here is to pick up a handful of electronic stuff, some tin cans, the electronics that I picked up prior to going over there, the sensor modules. Probably don't need all this stuff, but I still recommend coming over here. There's also some bottle caps. Another Sunset Star bottle cap. In doing the missions for the Powder Gangers, I came across the guy who informs you about that story. You'll encounter him too after you found 2 or 3 of the coins, bottle caps. You'll come outside of a building and he'll just be there, or as you're wandering across the wasteland, he'll just show up. He will tell you about the story of the Sunset Star bottle caps and why they're important and why you need to collect them and everything else. It's an entire little storyline, little quest. I, of course, killed him. Most of the time I don't kill him. There's no benefit to it, really. I mean, it's a heinous thing to do. He's a perfectly nice person who informs you about all this stuff. Since I'm forced to move slowly, I might as well fully engage the story. But if you kill him, he has 6 bottle caps on his person, star bottle caps. That is about the most densely rich collection of them in the game. So I highly recommend, if you're really interested in that quest, to go ahead and kill him and take his. The only other really strong source of them is in an encounter outside of, what is that town called? That's the town to the south. I forget what the name of it is. There's a necklace that has a bunch of the star bottle caps on it. And again, you have to pretty much kill somebody to get it. Okay, we're going to have to do something about my inventory here. I'm carrying more than I need to, so I'm going to dump some stuff. If you're not as interested in that quest, then there's no real reason to kill the person. There's also no negatives for killing them. It's not like, oh, I'm a murderer, I killed this person in cold blood and people are going to hate me. They don't. What is this guy? Is this just somebody wandering? No, he's just a prospector. I'm not used to encountering anybody worth encountering out here. Well, he was going to die anyway. Hey, them's the breaks in the wasteland. Oh, I keep getting overloaded. Have your eggs back. 3. Oof. Hopefully I need some water. Stupid armor. So anyway, after leaving Lone Wolf Radio, go up to the top of the ridge, which is where we're at. This is top enough. You can't get up over that hill. Follow it along with Primm in your, perspective. If you approach Primm from the road, you'll have an encounter with a guard. He'll just, explain what's going on. I tend to avoid that encounter. There's nothing wrong with it. It's totally fine to take that path, but I just rather avoid it for now. There's a hollowed out rock here with a bunch of drug paraphernalia. Apparently, some people have been up here. Sometimes there's stuff in here worth taking, but as you can see, this is garbage. I will take the Psycho. continue to follow the ridge. You can, right here, there is a health pack on the wall of this little building, so I tend to go in here, grab it, empty it, go back up the hill, head out over to the drive-in theater on the outskirts. That's down over that hill. This is the playground area above the said area. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make some steak, do some more healing powder, grab the lad's life that'll always be there in this little camp. There's nothing of note here other than some smokes and some, junk. If you're into teddy bear collecting, there's a teddy bear up there. This, in case you wanted to know, is overlooking the drive-in, which I mentioned before. It's right down there. We'll go there last. We are in coyote country. There's like a little coyote down there. You can go in there if you like. There's nothing in there. It's just coyotes. You'll end up just killing a bunch of coyote cubs. And a mother, probably. But this wrecked truck is something you want to hit because this has grenades. 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 Let's see here. Where my gecko? Eat my iguana bits. Maybe the coyotes will want my steaks. I don't really care if I have gecko steaks. I'm not worried about my food consumption. I'm using an incinerator because most of my ammo is gone. And this was the last weapon I had. This is a location that has been altered. If you play this game without the DLC content for, I think it's Lonesome Road, this will not be the same. This game has it, so it does have the Lonesome Road. And if you want to go there, this is where you travel to the Divide. You're not ready at this point. It's one of the harder, higher level challenges. I do not recommend doing that this early in the game. But this is how you get there. And there's good loot here. So, I mean, I got the stuff out of the duffel bag and out of those 2 graves, but that's not all. In addition, let's see. I can do some stuff with that. Anything else? Anything else? I'm actually okay with armor weight. I am just carrying way too much stuff. Ordinarily, I would not be having this many problems with weight, but I told you what my stats were at the beginning of the game, my specials, and my strength skill is not that great. Actually, my strength skill isn't as bad as I thought it was. Oh, it's a different playthrough I had. I was playing with very little strength, and I decided I better not do that in this playthrough for this very reason. Having a high strength is beneficial because you can carry more gear. Playing with low strength is a challenge, but I recommend trying it sometime. Really forces you to economize on what you're going to carry and what you're going to leave behind, and you definitely won't be looting as much. You'll be leaving a lot of garbage behind. Oh shoot. I don't even know if I need 2 fission batteries. They're 12 pounds each. So I'm going to get rid of 2 of those. And now I should be able to use alcohol to give me the strength I need to go the rest of the way. Depending on if I have any left. I know I have more moonshine. I'll just keep drinking that. I'm going to get addicted. Okay. The other reason to come out here is this little cave, which will have coyotes. Guess I'm lucky there's only 1. Last time I was here, there was 3. There's a dead soldier here. I don't know if this guy is a good guy, bad guy, or if he just ran afoul of some, coyotes and died in this little thing, or if they dragged him here. I don't know. They might have been storing supplies here. He's pretty well equipped. Oh, I didn't want all that. It's another one of those. The buttons are different than I'm used to. I don't want his goggle helmet or his mantle armor. It's just too heavy. Ammo. Ammo. It's a great treasure find. It's a great source of stuff. If you decide you want to venture forth and skip Primm, you can do that. You can go to the NCR outpost, which is there's two guys handshaking up on the top of a big hill. It's a big statue. But this space is littered with ghouls. It's very dangerous. There is, around this corner and back a ways, there is an irradiated area that also has some goodies. I don't recommend traveling that way. If you're really in a hurry to get into the NCR, that's where you would go. I am not that much of a hurry to go to an NCR, so I'm just going to take my time here, because I'm supposed to be showing you stuff dealing with Primm, not onward. For the most part, you can avoid the coyotes. They're not that territorial. As long as you keep your distance, they'll keep theirs. Careful, there's another Sunset Star sarsaparilla cap, as well as some regulars. Oh, and a second one. So by now I got a nice little collection of these things. Nothing else there. I don't know exactly how many I have. I'm up to 12. There's minor loot here, nothing to write home about. Some garbage cans that may or may not have anything in them. But again, there are ghouls out there, and ghouls, you better have a good weapon with you, because ghouls are pretty nasty. Especially if you're playing on harder levels. I'm not. I'm playing on hard, but I'm not playing on a really hard level. Radiated water, drink at your own risk. Welcome to Primm. I don't believe they're going to let me get there from this side, if I remember from past experience. Oh, maybe they will. Oh, yes, they will. Good. I didn't have to go all the way around. So, this half of Primm, on this side of the highway, is controlled by the NCR. There are little flags waving up there. Their soldiers are around here. Don't loot these in plain sight of the soldiers, but if you're really hard up on ammo, you can do sneak and just try to stay out of their eyesight, and you should be fine. I really need a merchant. Well, my weight issues are about to become a thing of the past, because I'm about ready to get Eddie on my side, and he can carry all this crap.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going?
Yeah, Primm's off limits. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I can handle myself. Luckily for us, he's out walking around, so he doesn't really care. I don't remember what our shotgun uses, 12 or 20 gauge. Okay, none of that. Alright, I know I have some Wasteland whiskey, I think, too. Let me drink that up. Nope, not enough. I'm going to become an alcoholic. And I am an alcoholic. Got some addiction. I wonder if I have any fixer. Nope. I'll hydrate. Oh, this isn't good. I was hoping I could get through all this without having to slow down so much. I think I might just squirrel away some garbage, since I don't have a merchant. I can't talk to Eddie. I can't get Eddie yet because I need to clear out the town. But I can use this as a makeshift. Okay, thing. Six. That's a lot of weight. I'm not using any energy weapons. The only energy weapon I'm using is my rechargeable, and it doesn't use energy cells. So that's almost 20 pounds of energy cells I was lugging around. So I'm fine now. Whoop. Dang it. Well, I need to find out what the situation is to fulfill my mission for the...
I'm Sergeant McGee.
They attacked the prison north here. No idea. Where are you from? Goodbye. Two tents. One is currently unoccupied. Feel free to loot it. If you really want to be an NCR clone and you want to use their armor and weapons, there's stuff available. Actually, I want those. With that scrap metal. I can't remember how much scrap metal I'm going to need, so I'm going to grab some. I think I'm good with my ammo right now. The other tent is where the commander is.
I'm not sure you should be here.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company.
What are you doing here?
We're sent out here to hold back the... As you can...
What's the problem with your mission? Do you plan to attack the prison?
Military operations are classified information. The brass is familiar with the situation at the NCRCF.
So, he's not helpful. You do need to get from the NCR, but it's not from this guy. You know, it's a chain of command thing. You're not,
Evening.
you're not worth the information yet. You're gonna have to go to the NCR outpost or the command center. Doesn't matter. We're just here to get to Primm. We don't really care about all this. Oh, we just got ourselves 3 new mines. This is Greater Primm. Yeah, screw it. Let's deal with these guys. Stealth in this game is pretty good. The more stealthy you are, you can literally hide in plain sight. Something I didn't know was here until probably my 3rd or 4th playthrough is that there's a safe here. I always thought this thing was locked, but apparently it's not. Anyway, nice place. You can store stuff in there if you want, at least temporarily. So, you got to clear out the town. This is my general strategy of how I like to deal with these idiots. If you've managed to pick up some mines, as I did, I like to lay a few of them there. A few more of them there. Since I have the incinerator, I'm going to go ahead and use it because it's a nice little progressive damage weapon that'll keep damaging them. Oh, we picked up a service rifle from that guy in the cave, so that's not bad. Oh, this is so... This controller is not near as nice as the original Xbox console ones. Actually, I can just use that, but you actually get better damage output if you can hit them. Oh, that didn't work. I don't see any red blips on my radar. I don't know where the other body is. It must be down below. I don't know. Oh, these did go off. Probably right when he was getting there. Ooh, no, there he is. Oh, he's got good aim.
You like that?
Yeah. All right. There's a few more guys out here, but they're up on the roller coaster. That's a part of the casino. About them later. Hey, the body's not here. Imagine that. It's one of the nice little glitches in this game is the appearing, reappearing, disappearing body that's out here. Probably gonna have to leave and come back. He'll be here sometime. So here is the Mojave Express drop box. It's a good way to get rid of some stuff you're not planning on selling. Just send it back to Good Springs. You can keep stuff in your mailing cart for quite a while. Just keep bouncing it around between towns. But another way to decrease your weight level is to fix your weapons, multiple weapons. Find things that can be repaired. That means you have more than one thing. Combine them into one. Usually it's better than the one that you started with. But you're restricted. Your repair skill comes a lot. The better your repair skill, the more you can fix it up. See, now I'm moving fast again. But that doesn't mean I'm not overloaded with stuff I'm not going to use. I'm going to sell the good pistol because the lower one, if you notice the value of that one's 100, that one's 41. So I'm going to go ahead and dump that. Boxing tape's never worth much anyway. I'm just going to get rid of that, get rid of the cleaver. I'm going to keep my explosives for reasons. Sell the shotgun. Keep the varmint rifle. I'm going to go ahead and send all that back. Don't need it. I'm not doing ammo right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and, even though these don't weigh anything, they do clog up my inventory, so I'm just going to go ahead and send all that stuff back. Okay. And as far as ammo goes, let's see. My shotgun uses 20 gauge, so I don't need the 12 gauge. Send it back. I'm not currently using a 9mm. Or 5mm rounds. Couple more magazines that you can steal. Oh, this is another little bit of advice. If you're going to steal stuff out of here, do it now and not after, because if you liberate Primm from the powder gangers, then people will be in here and they'll never leave, and then you'll have to find opportune times to steal from them, or, you know, if you don't care, just kill them or forcibly take everything. But I don't know why anybody would do that when you have a perfectly good merchant. So I like to loot the place first take the stuff that I want out of there. Then you don't have to worry about it again. Okay, here's Eddie. Poor Eddie. Eddie needs to be fixed. I do not have a repair skill of 65 or higher. So let's examine the electronics. Blah, blah, blah. Science of 50 is required. Ugh. Try to fix it, repair. Now, I could repair it with parts. It requires. This is why I was collecting all that crap. 3 pieces of scrap metal. You need 2 sensor modules and some scrap electronics. I had those parts. You consumed them. Now you have a companion. Old buddy, old pal. He can make ammo for you. He can use his multi-tools. He'll fight with you. I don't like using him as such. I like using him as a pack horse. And as a ranged support drone. But for now, I'm going to keep my stuff because I'm going to sell a bunch of it. My philosophy in all the Fallout games, whenever you deal with followers, is that they tend to be a bigger pain in the butt. Where's he at? Where you at, Eddie? He's not following me. Here we go. There we go. Because if they die, they're dead, and then you can't do anything with them. And they also tend to get in the way. They mess around with your stealth. I like using stealth play. It's the same way with the Elder Scrolls games. I don't like having companions. I'd much rather play the game solo and do my thing without getting bothered by them. Vicky and Vance Casino.
I don't know what it was brought you to...
Where did he come from? What should I do with it?
I swore not to say a word to no one, but according to him, the NCR has decided...
Hey, so now I know that they are going to attack. So that completes my mission for Eddie. If I want, I can go back and tell him about the planned attack. That's going to side you with the Powder Gangers against the NCR. Or you can betray him and offer Lieutenant Hayes assistance in retaking the prison. But I'm not going to deal with that. That's going to be a choice that you're going to make during your game. It's not going to bother. It's not one of the things I'm going to show you how to do. There's no real tactics in taking it. You just take it. It's a firefight, and the better your combat skills are, and the better you are at an FPS game, the more likely you're going to succeed. Just know that it is possible to join and succeed, whether you side with Eddie and the Powder Gangers or with the NCR, and it's also possible for you to side with them and fail. So just be aware of that. Supposed to deliver. Show my order. Why was it so strange? Why you canceled it? This is all main story information. It's not the primary reason that I am here doing this, but it's a pain in the butt to pause this game when it doesn't have a ability to do a windowed mode screen that you can actually access outside. So let's see. You can play Caravan with him if you have enough cards.
You think...
I don't have enough cards. Get back here, get back here, get back here, get back here. I got to trade with you. Usually you have to talk with the guy that's hiding out in Good Springs. He gives you a full deck of cards and you can start playing Caravan. But it is possible... It is possible to get enough cards from trading with merchants to play them. They'll generally only play with you once, until you do rescue the guy. But after you rescue him, you'll be able to play with them a number of times until they're convinced that they can't win. But again, every time you talk to a merchant, find all the cards. I might actually have enough now. I don't know. You don't even know the rules of Caravan, but that's just my little advice. You're capable of gathering enough cards on your own, just talking with merchants, to play outside of being taught by the guy that the game wants you to learn the game from. Anyway, selling stuff, that means little to nothing to me. I need my explosives. I don't need a single shotgun or a tire iron. I don't need those veteran or the Raiders armor. Cigarettes are good coin. I don't need the fission battery anymore. Cigarettes, money, or the coffee mug. That should be nice and trim now.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
Alright, so now that you're in here, there's little things. You can look at the display here and realize that the thing isn't here. And you can go talk with the robot. And if you have a high enough ability, you can convince him that the stuff's missing, but I generally don't. That's Primm Slim, the town robot. He thinks he's a cowboy. I'll let you discover some of that on your own. There is a, if you're hidden, there is a silenced pistol here you can steal.
Howdy.
So if you're looking for a weapon and you don't have one, there is one there. Silenced pistols don't do much damage, but there's a weapon. Back here, if everybody leaves. Can't even steal from the garbage cans. But you can steal from the safe if you're hidden. Absinthe. Always want more alcohol. There's also a magazine. And magazine. Lastly. Ooh, that's already open. If you come in here, sometimes these are all locked up and you have to sneak your way in here. If you're going to loot this room, do it now. Don't loot it after you've liberated Primm, because once they open up the casino, this thing will not be accessible to you without seriously ticking off everybody in town. So as long as you're hidden, whoops, as long as you're hidden, there are first there's the open safe that's here. You can get an bunch of stuff there. There's also a varmint rifle on top of there that's easy to miss. Then there are the safes. There's only, I think, 3 safes. There's one that's hard. Where are you at? One that's easy. I thought there was a third one. There it is. Another one that's easy. It's very possible you're not going to have enough skill to do the hard one, but the 2 easy ones you should be able to open up without a problem. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Hidden. Caravan shotgun. You should be able to use that to fix your weather, or not your weather, your sturdy shotgun. Doesn't really do much, but that's fine. Now, as far as the hard one, you need 75 lockpick skill, and I do not believe I have enough. In fact, I know I don't. I leveled it up, but I'm a few levels away from being able to complete that, but that's fine. Only one thing to loot in there isn't so bad. So these people, if you talk to talk to Slim and everything, not Slim, you talk to what's his name, he'll tell you that the powder gangers are over in the Bison Steed Casino, and they're holding the deputy over there, so they're not. That's why they haven't rushed the place, because they don't want to get the deputy killed. The people came in, they killed the sheriff and his wife. As you can see, they're in bed here. If you want, there's a nice, the sheriff duster is here, and the sheriff's hat. poor bodies. There's a somewhat difficult to get gun underneath the bed. Keeps linking to the bed. There it is. Cowboy repeater. In the sheriff's office, you will find some ammo. More scrap electronics and stuff that you may need for Eddie. But since I already got Eddie, not much in here. The other little apartment in town belongs to, or in this part of town, belongs to the deputy. So you can find out more about his story. He doesn't have much. Completely, you can avoid coming here entirely, you won't miss anything. Experience, silenced pistol, and I'm overloaded again. Saving those for later. Duster's not that protecting, but it does give you a charisma boost and gives you some gun skills, and the hat's nice. But I'm going to go ahead and put those in there too. To wrap up my little couple of other things left here in Primm. Can't hit him with this from here. I'm not very good at aiming, apparently. Probably launched. Oh, I thought I launched him off of it. Again, more stuff to loot. Yeah, you can tell the game is dated only because there's no curved lines yet. They're still dink, square, very, very straight lines. Oh, can't go any farther. Oh well. Alright, some other tricksy things you can do here. I don't think there's anything up here worth getting. Over here, though, there's some drugs, alcohol, a pair of binoculars. So if you didn't have the DLC content, there's a pair of binoculars for you. One more guy to get. Unfortunately, in order to get to there, you need to have the get to the outside access door, which you get for going into the Bison Steve, which we're not going to do today. If you get into the Bison Steve and take the back exit on the, I think, the second floor, it exits out on the little platform up there, and you can go walk around this thing over to that guy's body. It's also possible if you hit him with a certain weapon, it can knock him off of there too. The rest of Primm is this little burb over here. This is where the people in town live. Again, I recommend you looting this place before liberating the town. Because once they move in, then you need to navigate things differently because there are people in these places and you're not going to be able to loot them as easily. Not that there's much loot here. This is the most condensed area of mailboxes in the game in terms of this many mailboxes in a small area. Generally, I don't come here that very often though. This isn't as prize rich as Good Springs is though, because there's 15 of them there in Good Springs. All right. So, what is Is there anything in here worth looting? Most of them, no, but if you're looking for specific food items or water, or if you run shy of stuff, it's a good place to get some things. I don't even need that. Another varmint rifle. A bunch of smokes. 20 gauge. Junk books. Baseball glove over there. So this one has nothing really in it. There's just the 4 houses, right? Yeah. The Smoky House. This is one that there's not much left in. This is the one where the powder gangers went to town with somebody apparently. Beat him with a lead pipe and stuck a switchblade in his eye. They're trying to get to the safe. It's an average safe, 50. I can do that. Let's see. Perception boost. There's no guarantee this is what you're going to find in that safe. I'm pretty sure the safes are all random, but maybe they aren't. Maybe you will. Maybe they are set with the same stuff every time. Nope, not that way. 2 more. Okay, this is the fix-it place. More electronics. An untouched, nice old book. Not as valuable in this game as in Fallout 3, but still something. It's kind of like teddy bears and garden gnomes. Something to collect if you really want to collect them. I keep taking those. I don't want those. Baseball bat, makeshift weapon, works. And lastly, a little house on the corner. This is the one that has the star sarsaparilla. More alcohol, a lot more alcohol. Lunchbox. Pressure cooker, might need one of those someday too. So you can see what I mean. Not a lot of loot, but like I said, if you're really playing desperately and you're really needing something, this could be a good place to recharge your batteries. On top of the hill is a little playground. Water tower. If you continue over the hill, you'll have some other encounters. Nothing really here worth encountering. Just showing you that there's a little more to Primm. From this point, the only thing you have left to do is to, well, you have to free the deputy, which isn't too hard to do. Actually, it's actually easier to free the deputy. Clearing out the whole building is a little more of a challenge. I'm going to save that for the... I don't know whether I'll record it or not. I might. There is a certain techniques I would like to use, but that's where I'm going to cut off this video. I think that's about enough content with Primm and the surrounding area. At least it takes us to a good stopping point. We'll see. Hopefully people are getting benefit out of this. Thanks for watching.